Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the character online exclusive Warriors of the Deep set. Stay tuned. So taking a look at the packaging, guys, as you can see we have the normal Doctor Who style, which I'm not so keen on. We have the same window, which gives a very clear view of all the figures, blah 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 blah. You have this really nice view of them from the side. They actually look very, very cool in their packaging, so you inbox collectors are going to love this. You got nice promotional images on the side, character online exclusive stickers on the front and the side. On the back you have a load of information which you can pause if you want to read. Just try and let the light shine on it, so yeah, if you guys can read that. You can pause if you want to. As well as the same promotional image, these are part of the 5" / 14cm scale collector's series. Includes Silurians Icthar, Tarpok and Scibus. On the top you've got the Doctor Who logo and the same other stuff. It's quite a big box, bigger than usual. You can see it fits straight into that box over there. It was a perfect fit, that's why I couldn't believe how perfect fit it was. Just came straight out. Yeah, very, very nice packaging, but we're not here for the packaging, we're here for the figures. Inside the box you do get this very, very nice diorama. I think this might be the best diorama that character have ever released. So this is supposed to be the inside of the Silurian ship, and you've got those weird kind of eyes as the windows, and you can even see the underwater base which the Silurians and Sea Devils are going to invade, and this does look very, very nice to pose your figures in, so if you wish to do that you can do so very easily. It's a nice diorama, but I still don't think I'll be actually using this on the shelf. But very, very awesome to keep your figures in, and it does look very, very cool. So some people have said that this panel is removable, and yes, it is if you want to. Personally, I'm not going to do that though. So before we get into the figures, I just want to say a quick apology, guys. I do not have access to the usual place that I would film today, so I've had to make do with what I've got, but I hope you guys don't mind. The lighting isn't as good as it could be, but I still think you can see the figures completely fine, so yeah, sorry about this. But anyway, let's get on to what's really important, and that is the figures themselves. So first impressions when I took these figures out of the box, they are absolutely amazing. In fact, I'm still completely gobsmacked that we actually got these figures. I don't think anyone was really expecting it. I certainly wasn't. So taking a look at the Silurians, I think what we're going to do is we'll have a look at the one with the red eye. But just to say, there are two different figures in this set. One of them with the red eye, the other with just the black eye. And you have two with the black eye and one with the red eye. So we'll put that one to the side. Just compare the differences. Really sorry about the lighting once again, guys. So yeah, these look absolutely amazing. The detail on them is just, I mean, it's incredible. Even the textures they've got. So really the only difference, they are all exactly the same. The only difference is this one has a red eye while the other two have a black eye. So we'll put that one aside and we'll focus on the one with the red eye, which I consider to be Icthar. But it's entirely up to you which ones you guys consider which. So, taking a look at this figure, you would be forgiven for thinking that this is entirely brand new. And to be honest, when I first saw the images, I thought it was. I did not think for a second that this had any part reuse, but actually the legs and the top half of the arms are used from the Wave 1 Sea Devil. So it's difficult to see because of his cloak, but I think in the legs you can definitely see the similarity. A review of this figure will be coming soon, so it'd be great to compare them. Brand new feet, and the wrist area of the arms is brand new because it's got this kind of scale texture on them. But aside from that, aside from these specific areas, the top half of the arms and the legs. Practically everything in this figure is completely brand new, which is incredible. Obviously, you have the shell armor, which you've got goes right the way around. He kind of wears it like a vest, as you can see. So, and then you have the head, which obviously has never been used before. We've never seen this head before. It just looks absolutely amazing. I also love how when you shine the light on it, it really highlights the silver in the eyes. Very, very nice. In fact, in this lighting, it actually does look really well textured, which is nice. Yeah, it's just that is awesome. Never did I think that we would get this figures. This is incredible. So we'll get the articulation out the way. There is not really any articulation at the head. You know, I know people say it moves a little bit, but that's just because of where it's clipped on. The heads didn't move in the story, so that's fine. Because it is a exact reuse of the Sea Devil with the arms and legs, the arms can come out to the side, roughly about 90 degrees, but don't force them any further than this. There is no bicep articulation, sadly, which is the one disappointing thing about these figures. I'll get onto in a moment why. You have a 90-degree bend at the elbow, a full 360 at the hand, and then you do have a rotation at the waist, but due to the shape of the shell, it can only go from side to side slightly before the legs hinder it. The legs can go forward slightly, but once again hindered by the shell, as well as back ever so slightly, but not that far. But they can come right the way out to the side if you want to do the splits. You have a full rotation at the top of the leg, as well as a 90-degree bend at the knee, and a full rotation at the hoof. Sorry, I mean the foot. So, yeah, articulation, it's quite basic, but to be honest, the figure is just so good. I'm not really going to complain about that. One thing I will complain about, though, and look, I know this is a small thing, but it's on one of the arms they do have their communicator devices, and because they've got this kind of pointing finger, it almost looks like that scene where the Silurian is, you know, he's pressing it. Like he's pressing the device, and it's because there's no bicep articulation, you can't get him in a pose where he's playing with his device, which is a shame. You know, that's because it's there, you know, and the finger almost looks like it's been sculpted to press one of these buttons. So it's a real shame that, you know, because they've used the Sea Devil piece, you know, it kind of makes me think, like, could you not have just sculpted a brand new arm? Like, you know, that's my one complaint. Everything else about these figures, man, it's just insane. I think these are the best figures that we've gotten in a long time. I can't. These are things that I could actually picture in this original wave. Like, couldn't you? You could very easily, when you see these in Tesco's, you could picture one of these things in one of these boxes. Because it doesn't look like something that would be released in today's day and age. You know, you'd think this would have come out when the show was popular. So, honestly, I'm very, very happy with these. I can't stress just how happy I am. What I think really impresses me about these sculpts is just how good they look from the side. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, and this was the case in the actual story, I actually think the masks look better when viewed from the side, and the figures have just captured that. It's like, you know, it literally looks like they've shrunk them down, the actual costumes, and you've got them on the shelf. I'd say my one complaint with the look is I just think the shells could have done with a darker wash. I've looked at a couple of pictures, and yeah, the shells could have done with a slightly darker wash, I think. But aside from that, what's really nice is that the faces have kind of got a sort of silver brushing over the top to really highlight the scale details on the faces and the foreheads here. And Yeah, the paint is slightly different for each figure, but you can expect that because, you know, it's produced in a factory, so it's completely random. I'm very happy that none of my Silurians have got terribly painted eyes. I have seen a few of them that have made me go, oh, I hope I don't get one like that. Because, you know, when you order online, you get what you're given at the end of the day. So I think I've been very lucky with mine. And yeah, they all have the same expression. They kind of look a bit derpy, like, you know, like they're not fully there, but that's how the masks actually were. So, you know, I love that character are going with the sort of real to how they appeared in the story. And what I often find is a lot of the characters look better as figures than they do in the story. And I just think these are brilliant. So, you know, like looking at the design, the way you've got these really nice kind of, I don't know, spikes at the back, these kind of spinal pieces. There is an obvious line where you can see that's been plugged in, which is a shame, but, you know, it's a minor thing. You got this really, really nice texture. I never realised that there was that much detail in the Sea Devil legs. Like, you know, you've got a texture, you've even got some little veins in there. And then you come down to the feet, you've got the reptilian feet over these kind of hooves, which is strange. I'm not sure why they designed them like that. And then you've got the scales on the wrists, as well as all of these very nice scales, very reptilian, very snakeskin-like. And it's just, I think when you look at them on the screen, you don't really realise how much detail's actually in them. But when you have them as a figure, that just becomes all the more apparent. Obviously, they look very, very strange with their open mouths, but that was apparently just how the masks were made. So they had to incorporate that kind of flashing light to show which ones were talking, which I think was silly, to be honest. Yeah, I can't fault the design of the figure at all. It's a very, very accurate representation of what you see on screen, which I think makes these figures all the more incredible. You know, it's fantastic. You know, I know in the robot set review I was complaining, but with this set, exact opposite. I have nothing but immense praise for these figures. I am upset that there's no bicep articulation, you know, because I would have loved to have gotten one displayed, messing around with his gadget. But aside from that, I can't wait to get these guys on the shelf. I haven't been able to put them down, guys, since I've opened them. Like, that's how much I love them. My inner child is just in bliss with these figures. It's absolutely phenomenal, and character, just well done, honestly. So that's all I really have to say. So doing a size comparison now, guys, here he is next to the 4th Doctor that came in the K1 robot set. Here he is next to a Dalek, the K1 robot, which absolutely towers over him, Mystique from the Marvel Legends series. And what's funny is when you stand her, who is a 6-inch figure, next to this one, they really don't look that out of place. So yeah, Silurians in the MCU. Wouldn't that be something? And lastly, here he is with the Drashig hand puppet. It is time for us to invade. Summon the Murker. That is not the Murker. Help me, Scibus. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this review. Overall, I think these are some of the best figures that Character Options has ever made, and a must-have for collectors of the classic series of Doctor Who, and Doctor Who fans in general. If I'm not mistaken, by the time of this video going up, they should still be available for you guys to get from the Character Online website, so they don't seem to have sold out as quickly as other sets have, so I would highly recommend that you guys get on there as quickly as possible and get a set for yourself. That's characteronline.com. So thank you ever so much for watching this review, guys. Stay safe and happy wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Green. Greetings, YouTube viewer. I am Icthar. I am Scibus. And I am Tarpok. And we are the latest character online exclusives. This is a message for all of you that have watched this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, we shall be unable to revive our Sea Devil brothers and bring you a review of them. This is also a message for character options. Release Silurians from the story Silurians. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Yes. Because they are better than us, and the fans want them more. Yes, they are the superior design. But I thought I'm supposed to be promoting us. Well, yes, but the fans prefer the Silurians. From the Silurians. But we are Silurians. Yes, but we're from a story that isn't as good or popular in the fandom. That's unfortunate. Yes. We should have written a script. Yes, we should have written a script. I'm done. I can't work like this. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.